Hello and welcome to Glorious Miniatures. My name is Jolyon and welcome to another Sunday preview. Knights, vampires and classic Warhammer 40,000 terrain. It's a big week for Warhammer, with a ton of new stuff coming to next week's pre-orders. So let's sink our teeth into it without preamble. Warhammer the Horus Heresy. Two noble knights canter into plastic for the first time for use in your games of Warhammer Horus Heresy and Warhammer 40,000. The Cerastus Knight Acheron, as you can see right here. The Cerastus Knight Acheron, as you can see right here, with its flamethrower and chainsword type weaponry. Let's read about it. The Acheron variant of the lofty Knight Cerastus loves nothing more than to get right up into the very grill of their foe. Armed with a Flamestorm cannon and a Reaper chain fist, it can clear infantry in great gouts of superheated promethium or wide sweeps of its chainblade. It's an exterminator, a grim steed, designed for the express purpose of slaughter. Alright, is this the one I've been waiting for? I don't know. I kind of like the Lancer as well, but I do like this one. I think it's the Flamethrower part of it I really like. I'm very swayed by flame weapons, and I've said before I'm surprised I don't collect salamanders. What else do we have? We got the Cerastus Knight Castigator, as you can see right here, with its dual Gatling gun and sword type thing going on. The Castigator prefers to fight at mid-range, laying down a hail of high-yield explosive shells from its Castigator bolt cannon. It can still tussle in melee, however, with its Tempest Warblade, a mighty sword that deploys Volkite technology to really lay on the hurt. Okay, I did not know that it was a sort of Volkite-powered weapon. That's ridiculous, and I love it. Yes, well, I think I will get one of these knights. I just can't quite make my mind up. When I say one of these knights, I'm really kind of saying hopefully two. But we'll have to see when it comes down to it. Scroll down a little. Oh, made to order Warhammer 40,000 terrain. Oh, I missed out on this. The Skyshield landing pad. With a new edition of Warhammer 40,000 in full ferocious swing, it's time to get your battlefields looking spiffy. With that in mind, a whole bunch of classic terrain kits have been re-released on a made to order basis, as well as the ever popular hero bases and basing details. They'll all be available from next Saturday, the 23rd of September until 8 AM on Monday, the 2nd of October. So you got your narrow window to get your hands on this sweet, sweet plastic. As you can see, here is the Skyshield landing pad, or whatever they're calling it. These little side bits flip up on these hinges and provide some sort of battlements to fight behind. It's pretty sweet. You got some barricades with this shooty gun on it. What is that? Quad-linked, twin-linked dual autocannon type thing. I can't remember the weaponry, what they call it exactly. It's something ridiculous. If I look below, it'll actually tell us. So there are 6 returning terrain kits: the classic Aegis defense line, the Imperial Bastion, the Skyshield landing pad, the Imperial Bunker, the Imperial Defense Emplacement, and the Imperial Defense Line. They're joined by the Warhammer 40,000 hero bases and Sector Imperialis large base detail kit. Okay, so this is the defense line with the defense emplacement, excuse me. This is the Bastion with the big shooty gun on top. This is incredibly tempting. It is kind of, well, it's certainly not as ornate as scenery which came after it, but it is a big old chunk of plastic, and it is pretty sweet. Out of all of these, this is, I think, the secondary. This is the original Aegis defense line rather than the sort of defense line. I think there is a specific difference between that and there's the old bunker. This thing, I believe. I don't know. I get confused. Anyway, new plastic, short window to get it. So pay attention going from that date onwards. And we can scroll down to... These are the bases which we've got coming up right here. We've got some hero bases, a destroyed turret right here, various bits and pieces. What else do we have? We've got the Sector Imperialis sort of accessory sort of basing thing. Your large base is very nice. We do like that kind of stuff here. Followed by Blood Bowl. After a long rest, the vampires are returning to Blood Bowl. They said they'd be back. with a selection of fantastic releases. That's horrendous, GW, please. The Drakfang Thirsters. The vampires are back to suck the blood out of Blood Bowl with a new plastic team. You get 14 players in total, 2 vampire blitzers, 2 vampire runners, 2 vampire throwers, and 8 thralls for a mid-match snack. You also get all the usual balls, coins, and tokens, and a transfer sheet. These look pretty snazzy. As I've said before, I don't play Blood Bowl. I do like the aesthetic of a lot of the kits, and certainly I can see bringing these over into sort of Warcry or something like that, or potentially even Necromunda if you're looking for good torsos to build a gang off. Great stuff. And yeah, sweet new plastic kits. You got your coins as always, and the sort of coffins, etc. Very snazzy. Followed by your Vargeist. So this could be used in Age of Sigmar to replace the other Vargeist, or if you just fancy something different. The vampire team gets a brute, arguably one of the most bloodthirsty in the whole game. The Vargeist is a rampaging force to be reckoned with, strong, fast, frenzied, and are desperate to drink blood. It's arriving in Forge World resin. Okay, so bear that in mind, folks. Followed by Count Luther von Drakenborg. He is one snazzy looking individual. One of the greatest of all time. The Count is back on the Astro Granite after a few years off, and he's better than ever. Immune to the desperate need to drink blood, and with a special skill that grants you an extra reroll, Luther is here to dazzle in Forge World resin and can play for all Sylvanian Spotlight teams. He is one snazzy looking dude. My god. That would be a fun painting project. Followed by Captain Karina von Rice. Have a quick look at the Vargeist before we forget. Alright, there's the Vargeist. There is the Count, and there is the Captain right here. A newer face on the pitch. The Captain has taken the Blood Bowl world by storm with her unearthly strength and dexterity. And she's got a great hat. She's available in Forge World resin and will line up for any Sylvanian Spotlight team. Awesome stuff. Followed by Ivan the Animal Death Shroud. Alright, look at that. Look at those crazy bat ears. Perfect. Your Night Lords if you're really desperate for something snazzy. Another blast from the past. Ivan the Animal has been reanimated once more to play for Sylvanian Spotlight teams across the old world. He's hard as nails and ready to smash. Ivan is cast in Forge World resin. Well, of course he is. Okay, alright. Well, so new Blood Bowl stuff for people who like Blood Bowl. Horus Heresy 40k stuff, fantastic. Old school scenery, well, slightly old school. Spike Journal 16. You got the team and you've assembled the star players, so you're probably going to need rules for them. Spike Journal 16 contains all that and more. It's a one-stop shop for all things vampire in Blood Bowl, including rules, tactics, lore, and more. The vampire team pitch cards and dice right here. Complete the vampiric look with these accessories. A double-sided pitch and dugout set in which you play in a vampire's castle, of course, with some very flammable carpet, some chic dice for the proper obstinacies to nuffle, and a card set which includes 2 types of special play: reference cards, star player cards, and blank positional cards to record your on team. That doesn't quite make sense. Nice looking dice though, I like it. Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, Battle in Balin's Tomb. The popular board game returns, pitting 2 players against each other in desperate battle to keep hold of the One Ring. On the one side of the Fellowship of the Ring, 9 plastic models representing the heroes of the movies. On the other side of the Goblins of Moria, and for a total of 12 goblins armed in different ways, and they have a cave troll. This box contains all the dice and tokens you need to play fun, fast-paced games in up to 45 minutes. That's a great thing. If you're looking to get into this game, or you already like Lord of the Rings, you have some of these miniatures, what an excellent way to get your hands on some more. We've got some Black Library stuff. I always butcher this name, so I'm going to call him Mr. Kane for the Emperor. Some sweet. I do like the illustration on the front. It's very nice. It's very cool, and the illustrations, sort of the side print of some bits of paper with the skulls, very snazzy. The luckiest Commissar in the Imperium returns in a new adventure, this time memorialized in a special edition. This luxurious volume is limited to just 2,000 copies, signed by the author Sandy Mitchell, with all the fancy bindings and ribbons you've come to expect from such releases. It contains a novel, For the Emperor, and a short story entitled Rotten to the Core. Okay then. I don't think I'll be fighting for that, but if you get your hands on it, you're very lucky. I like the look of it. It's very cool. Followed by the chapters due. Or the chapters due. I can never pronounce that word properly. Anyway, whatever. After defeating Tau forces, Captain Uriel Ventress of the Ultramarines returns to the chapter's homeworld of Macragge to defend the Ultramar system from an Iron Warriors warband led by Warsmith Honsu. Oh, we remember him. Oh, yes, we do. This classic tale from Graham McNeil is available as an MP3 audiobook for the first time. Yeah, that takes me back to... It's one of the first Warhammer books I ever read. Like proper books. I mean, I read magazines and whatnot for ages, but it took me a while to get to the books, and this is one of the first one. Obviously, because the Ultramarines are the best. There's all your Warhammer Plus stuff. So, tell me, folks, what tickles your fancy? Tell me what tickles your fancy. I would love to know. In the comments below. Certainly these things are very, very tempting. Whether or not I'll get one, I don't know. We can remember, hopefully, that on Monday I'll be posting the prices as soon as I'm able to in the comments below. And come back tomorrow and make sure you can check out the prices for these things. It's very tempting to get my hands on one of these knights. I didn't get the lance. Maybe I'll get one of these. Who knows? I'd love to know if anything here was of interest to you, so let me know in the comments below. I will be dropping more videos in the future, so do make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so that you don't miss them. And that's all there is. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.